Good morning, Web Spiders. Today is Wednesday, September 5th, 2018. It's going to be a Webbtastic Wednesday in the web where we're going to practice self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing what you know is right, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's self-discipline. So I just came into a first grade class, Mrs. Abel's class, and I have to say I saw lots of kids practicing self-discipline because sometimes in the morning we just want to visit with our friends. But if your teacher says you need to get your bell work, go to your seat and work on it, and you actually do that, that's called self-discipline. So I have to commend this first grade class because they came in and did what they were supposed to, even if they didn't feel like it, which is self-discipline. So good job, first grade. Very, very proud of you. As I look at our staff birthdays, we don't have any staff birthdays in the web. But let's see who we have. Oh, we do have a birthday in the web today. Happy birthday to Mr. Evan Hahn from Mrs. Bingham's third grade class. Evan's birthday is today. Come see me in the office. We'll get a birthday backpack charm. And I also get to celebrate some bucket fillers today. This goes out to Colton Hounshell from Mrs. David. Colton showed great kindness when another student became very upset in class. He went over and very gently rubbed his back and talked to him very softly. Such a kind soul. Way to go, Colton, taking care of others. This goes out to Carter Munch from Miss Lizelle. I saw Carter helping a student learn to belly breathe to calm down. I am so proud of Carter for seeing a need and helping out. Way to go, Mr. Carter. This goes out to Quinn King from Mrs. David. Quinn shared her Chromebook with another student when the other student's Chromebook wasn't working. Such kindness. You know, I'm hearing some self-discipline here too, so we'll talk about that in a minute. This goes out to Harlow Doherty in Mrs. Kinsey's class from Miss Machino. You are a real bucket filler. You always say nice things to me at lunch and recess, and you make me smile. Way to go, Harlow. Okay, so let's talk about this self-discipline. You're working on a Chromebook. You're trying to get a project done, but a friend's Chromebook is not working. What you want to do is just keep working. Self-discipline says do the right thing, even if you don't feel like it. And so I loved that one of our fourth grade students shared their Chromebook, Miss Quinn, thank you for that, because she saw someone else in need. Belly breathing. Carter stopped, taught some people to do some belly breathing. He probably had places to go and things to do, but he stopped and did the right thing, self-discipline. Love that. And as I look around this first grade class again, I see kids working on their bell work, practicing self-discipline. Even though I'm in here doing announcements and probably disturbing them, they're still doing the right thing. Okay, let's talk pennies for a minute. Did any of you remember to bring your pennies in today? Remember, we're having penny wars to raise money to purchase shoes. I think the 300 million children in the world that don't have shoes to wear. Okay, so bring those pennies in. I did see someone with a bag of pennies. I think they told me they brought 15, which is pretty awesome. And I just happened to see this penny on the back of my Abraham Lincoln picture, and that reminded me to remind you to bring in your pennies. Classrooms, they're going to dump those pennies into the jars. You're going to be able to see in the cafeteria which grade level is leading the way on our penny wars. Oh, yes, I have another reminder. If you have an owie, you fall down at recess, and you get a boo-boo on your knee, we're probably going to wash it off with soap and water and put a Band-Aid on it, right? What if you don't have a boo-boo on your knee? Do you need a Band-Aid there? No. There is no way that your teacher or Mrs. Hossman could give a Band-Aid to every kid when one person gets hurt. That just would not make sense, would it? Not sense at all. So when you look through your classroom, you may see a kid with a squishy in their hand. That doesn't mean you get a squishy. Let's make this perfectly clear. If you're practicing your self-discipline and you can sit still and keep your hands to yourself, you probably won't be given a squishy, will you? Because you don't need it. You've already graduated past that. You're already practicing self-discipline. I'm not going to give you a Band-Aid, guys, if you don't need it. Fourth grade, let's talk about blankets for just a minute here. The only kiddos in our building who have blankets or kindergartners when they take naps. Not a kindergartner, sorry. Oh, kindergarten, sorry. Preschoolers when they take naps. Our preschoolers after lunch every day lay down and take naps, okay? Because that's what's developmentally appropriate. They still need a rest in the middle of the day to keep going. You guys are big kids. So blankets need to be left at home, okay? The only time you could bring a blanket to school is if you have like a coupon from your teacher to bring a fuzzy animal or something like that. They may let you bring a blanket that day. But otherwise, blankets need to be at home. Now, what if there is a student with a blanket on in their room? They could be one of those kids like a squishy. They have permission to do that. So unless Mrs. Clendenning, me, or your teacher has given you permission to do that, I don't want to see it at school anymore. You don't need it on the bus. The buses are hot, hot, hot. You don't need it in the classroom unless you've been given permission from Mrs. Clendenning, myself, or your teacher. Got it? We're not going to give you what you don't need to be successful. We're going to give you everything you need to be successful. But if you don't need it, you're not getting it. Okay? All right. Let's stand, guys. Push your chairs in and have a moment of silence. Close your eyes. Think about your day. Think about how you can do what's right, even if you don't feel like it. Self-discipline. I'm going to put the camera up on the flag. So face the flag for me. And here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice job. Nice job. You know what? You might be really tired and you just don't feel like standing up for the pledge. But if you stand up with your class and participate, you're already practicing self-discipline. So thank you for that. Doing what's right, even if you don't feel like it. Self-discipline. Let's do our creed. Will you guys help me with it? Here we go. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. So as Mrs. Abel's class gets busy on their bell work, on their morning work, I'm going to show you just how they are practicing their self-discipline. Look at how hard they are working, doing what they need to do. They may not even feel like doing the right thing, but they're choosing to do the right thing. So thank you, Mrs. Abel's class, for showing us self-discipline this morning. Make it a great day in the Web. Make sure you are doing it right. Have a good day, spiders.